Liberals leader Sussan Ley said the ministry was full of, she said, strivers, optimists, leaders and listeners. So some of the key portfolios include Ted O'Brien, who's also Deputy Liberal leader. He'll be Shadow Treasurer. Michaela Cash is the Shadow Foreign Minister. Andrew Hastie has been given Home Affairs. And the former Treasurer Angus Taylor is moving to the Defence portfolio. Finance goes to James Patterson. Tim Wilson gets Industrial Relations, while Carrie-Anne Liddle is the Shadow Minister for Indigenous Australians. And Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price is to be the Shadow Defence Industry Minister. There are some notable omissions too. Let's go to our political reporter Isabel Rowe, who is in Canberra. Hi there, Isabel. So any surprises and who gets what and who misses out?
Yeah, there's a bit of a reshuffle, it seems. As we know, the Nationals and Liberals have only just gotten back together, and so there's been a bit of a rush to probably put some of this together. The Nationals get 6 positions, and we've heard that the Liberals, who of course are the biggest, the majority party, they will get the biggest portfolios. You mentioned a couple of them. So Ted O'Brien to Shadow Treasurer, which is significant. That's replacing Angus Taylor. Angus Taylor will become the Shadow Defence Minister instead. Part of that team of the Defence and Home Affairs Minister, Michaela Cash, will take on Foreign Affairs. Tim Wilson, as you mentioned, only just got re-elected back into Parliament. He had lost his seat. He's now been re-elected in Goldstein. He'll get the Shadow Minister for Industrial Relations and Small Business. A promotion of sorts for Andrew Bragg. He was doing the housing portfolio. He has now been given a position called Productivity and Deregulation. That's a new portfolio. And Julie and Lisa, who left the Shadow Ministry in the last parliamentary term over his opposition to the way that his party was campaigning in the Voice to Parliament. He will be the Shadow Attorney General under this new makeup of the Shadow Coalition. Some women to mark, which is important. Karen Liddle will be the Shadow Indigenous Affairs and Social Services Minister. Angie Bell will be Shadow Environment, and Ruston remains Health and Aged Care and will get NDIS as well. Some notable people who aren't there, Jane Hume, who is a prominent face. She has been the campaign spokesperson before for the Liberals. She often does media. She's a high-profile senator. She hasn't been given a position at all. And we've also seen James Patterson, who was the Coalition's spokesperson in their campaign this most recent time around. He no longer has the Home Affairs role. He has been moved to the Minister for Finance and to Public Service. So quite a few changes there. And as you saw, Sussan Ley and David Littleproud still going through some of those.
Yeah, and the leaders were also asked about their relationship following the split 8 days ago. Isabel, what did they say?
That's right. I mean, there they are standing there together announcing a Shadow portfolio as a joint team, only 8 days after David Littleproud, the Nationals leader, walked away from that coalition and said it couldn't be done. He said on principle he didn't agree with some of the policy positions, that the Liberals wouldn't allow them to secure policy positions in their agreement. They have done that. They have come together. And of course, one of the first questions was, well, how can voters believe that this is a team that is united, that is able to work in opposition? Some people have described the split as bitter, and this was Sussan Ley's answer to that.
I don't accept the word bitter, and people have used this breakup terminology. I agree that this is a professional partnership between two really strong parties in our Australian democracy that work very well when they work together. But personally, David and I will be friends. I think a woman who got her start in the shearing sheds of Western Queensland can always find something to talk about over a steak and a beer, David, with you, the person who represents those communities now.
Isabel, one of those who missed out, as you said, was Michael McCormack. How did he take it?
Yeah, look, he has known, I suppose, for some days, though he said he found out initially through the media that he wasn't going to be getting a position in a Nationals-only shadow cabinet situation if the parties remain split. The parties have come back together, and it is still the case that Michael McCormack is not getting a position, neither is Barnaby Joyce. Michael McCormack was asked about this morning. He said he can't really hide his disappointment.
Oh, well, I wouldn't be human if I didn't say I was disappointed. I still have a lot to offer. I mean, I was told that it was generational change, and a couple of those people who are going to get jobs are actually older than me. So, but look, you'd have to ask the leader that. It is his prerogative. He is the leader. He gets to choose who he wants to play in his senior side.
The context there is that Michael McCormack and Barnaby Joyce were both people who didn't ever want that split to happen. They've been pretty public in their concern about how it was handled, and they've been critical in part of their leader, David Littleproud, for the way that this has all played out. So as their reward, they will be sitting on the backbench.